Next is agenda item 09-148, RZ 09-001, CV 09-006, 5395 Roswell Road, applicant Church of Scientology, presented by Patrice Ruffin.
The applicant is requesting to rezone the subject property from OI conditional to OI to allow for a church in the existing office building. The petition was heard at the May 21st Planning Commission hearing, and the commission recommended a 60-day deferral. Staff is also recommending deferral of the petition.
Mr. Galloway?
Madam Mayor, members of the City Council, my name is Woody Galloway with Dillard Galloway. I'm here representing the Church of Scientology in this request for rezoning. This request concerns 1.78 acres of land, which is located at the intersection of Roswell Road and Glen Ridge. The property is currently zoned O&I. We're seeking rezoning to O&I and changing the conditions to allow the property to be used as a church. As the staff has indicated, they've recommended a deferral. The purpose of that deferral is because of a desire for us to provide a parking analysis for the existing site. They have an existing facility in Dunwoody. We've engaged a parking consultant to evaluate the parking both at the existing facility in Dunwoody and then use a factoring of increasing the size based on the increase in square footage, and also look at other existing facilities. There's one comparable size in a nearby state that we'll take a look at and provide that parking information to the staff. Based on that, we would ask for you to follow the recommendation of staff and Planning Commission and defer this case for 60 days.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak to this application?
In support, right?
Yes. Is there anyone who wishes to speak against this?
I have 3 speaker cards. First one is from Robin Beachy.
Mine was the third one.
Do you wish to speak, Mr.
Mine was
Beachy?
the third one.
This is number 3.
Thank you.
First was Robin Beachy.
Jane Kelly.
Good evening. I'm Jane Kelly. I live at 4590 Windsor Park Place, and I'm here on behalf of the High Point Civic Association, representing approximately 600 residents. We oppose this rezoning as proposed on the basis of it potentially creating a public safety hazard and setting a possible dangerous precedent on required parking. First, they wish to increase the square footage of the building, yet decrease the number of parking spaces. We've been told by the applicant that this church operates differently than traditional churches, which draw the greatest number of people for Sunday services and have a large portion of their space allotted for a sanctuary. Also, that this building would be used more for classrooms and offices than for Sunday services. In fact, the drawings show 8 large meeting rooms in addition to the chapel. So why should parking be based solely on the size of the largest assembly area, a small portion of the total space? Legally requiring only 47 parking spaces for over 43,000 square feet, which they will grow into, seems unrealistic. We agree with staff that a shared parking requirement seems reasonable here. We encourage the church to have a chapel, but also to have adequate parking. It seems like the chapel could go into the existing space without losing any of that parking. Second, this intersection has limited turn lanes, misaligned entrances to residential properties, making it dangerous now. Additional traffic without intersection improvements will make a bad situation worse. Third, legally requiring only 47 parking spaces for a building of over 43,000 square feet will set quite a precedent to follow in the future. We feel that this is a self-imposed hardship. The building was purchased, zoned to offices only, even though they obviously had plans to use it as a church. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak against this application?
Patty Burns.
I don't know how you want me to do this, but I have this
You need to be pointing to that, can't you just lift the microphone as you talk?
Do we have a chart holder? An easel, yeah.
We don't have one down here today.
Just take the
I think
microphone
we're
off.
fairly knowledgeable.
We can see it.
We see it.
We see it.
And I have smaller versions of these maps if you all would like.
Wow.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, why don't you do that for us that are hard to see? And here.
I'll hand them out.
And then I don't have enough pictures, so.
I'll hand you that, you go. I'll pass it down.
Time's rapidly disappearing.
Yeah. Or going.
Oh, we're fast.
Oh,
Are you all right?
Yeah, it's okay. I just have a bad leg. Okay.
I hope that didn't make it worse.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll hold this up so y'all can see it.
We can see it fine.
Yeah, we've got it here. Just put it.
Good evening and thank you, Mayor Columbus and Sandy Springs City Council members, and from the taxpayers and homeowners concerning the rezoning petition of 5395 Roswell Road at the intersection of